It's great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Red Raiders offense will go on the attack first. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases,
to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The run inside. It's Danzy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Hammond. Lofts one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Can't get him to the ground. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there. Got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense way over eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Left side is Simmons. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
He's got the tight end.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now up.
well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
Deep in the first look at them in this one. Bunch formation for these receivers. Straight ahead, it's Payne. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Might as well run him again. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
He's got an open man, and he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Long way to go on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll just down it right there. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Gonna run it. It's Dickey. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. The play fake. Out wide left, it's Lee. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. 3rd and long right here. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Now 1st and 10 after they got them to jump. Running inside, it's Dickey. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Moves the pocket. It's Hammond. Fires to the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Cuts it upfield. It's Dickey. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
From the gun, it's Dickey. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on 1st down. got it behind the line. It's Dickey. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
In traffic, it's Carpenter. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Could be an alley. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The Red Raiders trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the offense inches it a little closer with the help of the half the distance to the goal penalty. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pound their way in. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Tradition a huge part in college football, and this rivalry has its place among the very best. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just smothered on the play.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground because there's not much left. Huge play in the red zone. Third and goal coming up. Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Escapes the pressure going right. Going to try to get it himself. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Changing the routes with his receivers. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Fires quickly. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. On the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They found a little open space. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong direction. 2nd and long coming up. Give to the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quick give. It's Dickey. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. Searching for space. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll do it himself. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Stepping to the right. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're working that left side. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll stop play here for a moment to have a look at this injured Horned Frog. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. Here's a little, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive. Four plays, and they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. From deep, it's Hudson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Got the quick completion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Hits inside. 31 on 1st down. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Setting up the screen. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Dickey. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Can't hang on. He muffs it. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. On 3rd and goal, you'd really hate to waste this great field position by settling for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. Easy call for the refs. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. Coming out with it, it's Payne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Dwyer. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
At the 35, he's got room. Knocked down at the 22. That's a 1st down, and they can still stop the clock. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finds a man on the left. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Rides the option, he keeps it. Nice move there. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. And we begin with a look at Miami University taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. And it's the Red Hawks with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. And that'll cap their season off at a very respectable 9-3 record. Now over to your game in Lubbock.
And the Red Raiders will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
I checked in with the Horned Frogs head coach at halftime. Guys, we may have an upset brewing. As you know, this team came in here not highly ranked and highly regarded, but that doesn't matter. The players on the field have had something to say, and they are really taking this game to the home team. We'll see if there's an upset continuing here in the second half, and keep you posted on how things develop here on the field. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Pulls it on the option. Breaks into the open. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Gets rid of it.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
How about the turn of events there? You're going to go play defense. You didn't even have the football anymore, but what do? You scoop it up. You almost put the ball in the end zone. You go inside the 10 and set your offense up. What a momentum swing.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. Driven back.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. And a pretty good job by the coverage unit. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Some misdirection with the counter. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The run inside. It's Dickey. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. Trying to make one miss. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Finds his man on the RPO. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Fires quickly. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Payne. Nice move to keep running.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Takes it down to the 35-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Just had to get rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Wants to go up top on second down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech has it back and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Third and long coming up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. Trying to get started. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in from the TCU sideline. This offense has been a big storyline here today. We did not expect them to be so proficient against one of the top defenses in the country, but here we are. A big blowout. They have the ball and the lead. Coaches keep talking to the players about finishing strong. We'll see if they're able to keep up that momentum here today and get the upset. Reese?
All right, Holly. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside, it's Payne. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And the route is on. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Personal foul.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Caught in the backfield. It's Dickey. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the back. Back to pass on second down. Misses badly on that one.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number. And that.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on fourth. Unloads it downfield. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter. And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Horned Frogs are facing third and inches. Now on the move. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the gun, it's Dickey. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. And they're not on the same page there.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a fourth down to keep the drive going. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Keeps it on the option. Turning it on. He's at the 20. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. On the draw, it's Dickey. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try it over the left side. Nowhere to go.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Coleman Williams. Down he goes.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. Swamped immediately. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.